And we're back with some more content, or should I say Don-tent, Don Husam versus Greasy Don on the Football Terrace on Straight Facts. And it was nice to see somebody check Don, we'll say Husam is Husam, Don is Greasy Don, on his Chelsea takes, because even Chelsea, other Chelsea fans and rivals alike saying, Husam, you're a massive fraud, but thank you for actually holding this man to account, because Don will have you believe that Arsenal must win the league, even though he then denied it, but he was checked back on it. But Chelsea have the better squad overall. They got a better attack, better fullbacks, better midfield, but their centre backs are the only thing that's worrying them. Let's hear this little first bit here, because there's a lot to get through in this video.
Do you believe Arsenal must?
Yes, Arsenal must. They've got the best squad in the league, right?
Do you believe Arsenal must?
Yes, Arsenal must. They've got the best squad in the league, right?
So that's the main point of contention, which was the whole blow up in this whole 2-hour-long debate. The link posted down below, care of the Football Terrace. Now, Don then asks, or Husam rather I should say, asks Don if they're in a title race, and Don's response is yes, provided my centre back is fit in Fofana. But then the conversation devolves into, well, if that is the case, and if you have a better team overall, better forward line, better midfield, better fullbacks, why is one or two centre backs the main issue then? Why are you not outscoring the opposition and winning these games if that's the case?
We didn't even have.
Are you in the title race? Are you in the title race?
Yeah. Right now, as it is, yes, we are, bro.
Okay.
We are.
Do you expect your team to be there in March time, April time? Do you expect to be there in crunch time?
The only way, I've said this many times now, Husam, the only way we're going to compete this year is if we can keep Fofana as a bare minimum fit, right? At least one of those centre-backs. We need to keep Fofana fit, because I cannot be dependent on Tosin and Chalobah to be playing most of these games, because we know what they're like. We know what those two are like, bro. That Arsenal have. Right now, I'll be chilling. I'll be sitting here with chest saying, yeah, we're competing regardless. I can't sit here like that, because my best centre-back is very injury-prone, right? And then the other guy on the other side who helps him is another injury-prone guy as well. You know what I'm saying?
So the only way that they're going to be in the title race, according to Don, Don, is one player. Bro, you're telling me that your team is better than Arsenal in 4 out of 5 areas, or 3 out of 5 areas, say centre-back and goalkeeper maybe. So they're better than you in 2 out of 5, but you're better in 3 out of 5, but the expectation is on them. It's madness. Now, the next part is where the actual question comes. Should Arsenal must, or do Arsenal must, whatever the butchered English terminology is of that. And just the response is a bit mad.
Do you believe Arsenal must?
Yes, Arsenal must. They've got the best squad in the league, right?
Great. Gabriel is injured. Joker is injured.
They've got
Havertz is injured. Jesus is injured. Madueke is injured. So if you want to go down this injury, because you're such a fraud, but you cannot out-fraud me. I'm a bigger fraud than you, so you cannot out-fraud the biggest fraud. It's the reality of the situation. You can't come here and go like, if Fofana is fit, because Fofana is never fit. Fofana is never fit. So basically, chat, let me translate from fraudulence to English. I asked Don, do you expect to be there in March, April? His response is, if Fofana is fit. So he indirectly said no.
So now the big question gets asked by Husam. Who has the better XYZ? And of course, if you've heard Don speak before, you will know what you're going to get. But then there's a caveat to that. There is a counter to that. Just have a listen.
No agendas, no narratives. Who has the better forward line, Chelsea or Arsenal? Legit question.
I think it's us, bro. I think our attack's better than them. I've literally betted that we're going to score more goals than them.
Okay, great. Who has the better midfield, Chelsea or Arsenal?
Chelsea, bro.
Who has the better fullbacks, Chelsea or Arsenal?
Chelsea, bro.
Okay. So now let's take a step back. Don't get mad. Just hear me out. No, hear me out. By definition, if I'm saying forward line were better, midfield were better, fullbacks were better, I cannot have lower expectation than the other team just because they have better center backs. Because your logic now becomes so illogical, meaning you're basically implying that it does not matter.
Why didn't you ask me who's got better?
Let me finish. Because we all know Ryan, Gabriel, and Saliba are better. If you claim that the Chelsea
it doesn't fit your narrative. right? If you had asked me that, I would have said Arsenal.
Can I land? Let me land. Let me explain my point first. Let me explain my point first. You see what I said to Terry earlier on about the boxing thing? If I went into a fight with someone and I said, I'm better than you at 4 out of 5 things, but you're better than me just because you have this one thing better than me, I'm crazy.
So why is he saying that the centre-backs are the problem there? I mean, fair enough. I think many people have said and can say if Chelsea had a better goalkeeper and better centre-backs, yes, they would be up there. But we're not talking about other people. We're talking about Don's opinion, because his opinion is that Chelsea are better overall than Arsenal, but Arsenal must this season, as you've already heard there. So let's get on to it then. What about the centre-backs is Don's main concern?
My centre-backs don't give me the confidence, right, that I want in order to come here and sit with chest. You can't compare. You can't compare. Hold on, Terry.
Your midfield and attack and fullbacks give you the confidence.
Hold on, Terry. Yeah, you can't compare Arsenal having Hincapié and Mosquera in reserve to us having Tosin and fucking Chalobah in reserve.
Well, this is what I wanted to ask you, Don.
So now let's see the explanation of the justification as to why Chelsea have the better overall squad or the better team than Arsenal, or why Chelsea are better than Arsenal. Let's hear that now.
And then for me, I think the only guy, no, bro, listen, Fofana can go bar for bar with these guys, but the only problem is his injury record. That's the only thing that brings that guy down. But when you talk about the depth, their depth is better than us, Terry, bro. Like, their centre-backs is top.
But how much better? Because I asked this because you've said on a number of occasions.
It's clearly better.
Clearly better.
The centre-back depth is clearly better, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, with Palmer in there, I think we're clearly better than them. I think we'll create more chances than them. You know what I'm saying? I think we're more fluid than them. I think we play through our midfield better than them, right? We've got Caicedo, who's better than everything that they've got in there. You know what I'm saying, bro?
On a defensive level, okay, cool. Yeah. And then in the attacking front, are you clearly better than them, or is it marginal?
Nah, I wouldn't say clearly better. But I've predicted us to score more goals than them in our attack. Okay. Reece and Timber, elite defensively, but Reece going the other way is clearly better than him, right? If you want the whole package, Reece James is your guy. And then at left back, I think Cucurella's clearly better than whatever they've got on that side, bro. Calafiori's been good this season, but bro, I think Cucurella's clearly better.
So there, you heard it yourselves. Defense, fullbacks, better. Centre-backs, that's the question mark. Midfield, better. With Palmer, even better than anything Arsenal have. The forward line himself, I believe he says they're better, the wingers, all that sort of stuff, right? So now that begs the question. If he says Arsenal must, but Chelsea have the better squad, why not put that onus on Chelsea as well if they are so close to Arsenal this season? Let's hear what he said before he got caught out and Husam checked him.
They should go there and try get a point. You didn't ask me.
Yes.
Husam, you didn't ask me, yeah?
I did. I swear I did. That's how I started this whole segment.
Husam, the first thing that you did was say, I've got no expectations or some bullshit like that. When that didn't even come out my mouth.
I asked before I gave my monologue, I asked you, Arsenal must? You said yes. Wallahi, you said yes. I'll not say wallahi.
What did you ask me? Arsenal must. Terry, go back to the bit.
Before I started my paragraph.
My best centre-back is very injury-prone, right? And then the other guy on the other side who helps him is another injury-prone guy as well. You know what I'm saying?
Do you believe Arsenal must?
Yes, Arsenal must.
Did I not tell you I don't say wallahi and lie? Did I not say it's the start of my monologue? There you
said it. That's why.
How have you forgotten what you said 5 minutes ago?
Because he was lying the whole time. It's an agenda.
So there you heard it. Man got caught out, 4K, and tried to run it back saying, yeah, but that's not what you said. No. The whole point was, he claims that he never said Arsenal must, or he didn't ask him in this particular stream. When he did, factually brought it up. You heard it as well in real time. Then he brought back the replay. We heard it at the start and all that sort of shit there. So man got caught out. So now he goes back to the initial question. He says Arsenal must. They have the best squad, but Chelsea are better than them. Let's see what he says about Arsenal, but then let's see what he says about Chelsea as well.
That's the part that you cannot argue. That's the part that you cannot speak.
Sam, though. I don't get like why you're. I don't even get what you're doing right now, because I've already said this season Arsenal have the best squad in the league, right? And when you break it down between Chelsea and Arsenal, I've said many times, for me, the main difference with our squad depth is our centre backs. Yeah.
Who has the better forward line, Chelsea or Arsenal? Legit question.
I think it's us, bro. I think our attack's better than them. I've literally betted that we're going to score more goals than them.
Okay, great. Who has the better midfield, Chelsea or Arsenal?
Chelsea, bro.
Who has the better fullbacks, Chelsea or Arsenal?
Chelsea, bro.
And there's nothing else more to say. That's pretty much it there. It's basically claiming you have the best team, that you're better in this area, that area, but the other team must. But don't look at us, because if one player collapses, then the whole team falls to bits. So then you're saying you don't trust your team then. How can you be in a title race now if you think you won't be there if one player is out? It's like Liverpool saying we're missing Alisson. If Alisson is out, then we're going to absolutely struggle to bits. One player changes everything. If we say our forward line isn't the best, our midfield is decent, our defense is crap, then fairs. We've already said there are reasons why Liverpool maybe won't be doing something, because we don't have the best in these areas. Fair. But when you're going to claim your fullbacks are better, your midfield is better, your forward line is better, one facet of a team, 1 out of 5 things is falls to bits, all of a sudden then it's like, oh, but how can we... You can't gas up your players or your team, but then claim one player is going to make all the difference for you guys. That's the thing. And Terry said it in the stream. Credit where credit's due. I think a lot of people do this as well. Maybe I'm guilty of it myself. I'm not too sure. But he says rivals want to gas up Arsenal, say they're the best at everything, because if they fail, then they can crash it out on Arsenal, and then everyone's going to have a laugh at Arsenal's expense, which I think there is something to that. But even Arsenal fans themselves will tell you we have the best squad, we have the best this, we have the best that. But Gabriel's out now, and all of a sudden it's panic stations. Well, you got Hincapié, you've got Mosquera, you can play Lewis Skelly, you can play Calafiori on that left side. What's the problem then? Ben White is still there. What's the problem? This is why you got squad depth. So Arsenal fans, some are panicking about one player being out. I think there's no reason to panic. Is he a miss? Yes. But if you have the best squad, the best team, there should be no issues with him going in there. But I'm not seeing... I'm not going to have the same thing said by a Chelsea fan who wants to claim that Chelsea are the best in every other area but centre-backs, but don't look at us as being title contenders because we're there, we're nearly there, but we're not at the same time. Double speak, bruv. You can't make it make sense. Anyways, that's it from me. Link posted down below. Drop your thoughts down below. And if Don sees this and he wants to have another cry, I don't care, bruv. Send your complaints in the comments down below. Peace out, everybody. I'll see yous.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye.